Hello, DCN community. Welcome back to a new episode of Daily Crypto Network, where we share with you the latest and brightest news of the crypto market. This past week has been super hectic in the real world and for cryptocurrencies as far as price volatility and as far as adoption in the worldwide sector. We are all familiar with what's going on right now in the world between Ukraine and Russia. Of course, this is impacting financial institutions, financial markets, and of course, we're all familiar with the economic sanctions that are being imposed onto Russia and also the leader of Russia, so Vladimir Putin. And this has all just been super hectic, and let's hope for peace down the road. But today's video will consist of the latest articles that's been happening in the past week. Make sure that you join us on Telegram, where we share with you this news daily. And let's go ahead and begin. Make sure that you take into consideration that this is not financial advice. Any decision you take outside of this video is uniquely and solely your responsibility. And with all that being said, DCN community, let's just jump right in. So besides everything that's been happening, we have big companies in the space in the apparel and actual sporting industry that's joining forces with cryptocurrencies on a larger scale. Here we have Puma, who's registered their ENS domain. They've actually changed their Twitter handle to puma.eth. You can check this out on their Twitter. The Ethereum domain is pretty much a digital identity, and it's used in NFTs, metaverse, and essentially also just the growth and development of the Web3, the Ethereum name service. Here we have more details down below with mentioning that they have already over 700,000 ENS names created. Among those names, there is huge companies like a fast food restaurant all over the United States that's already created a .eth domain. Their name is White Castle. They've registered their ENS domain, and we also have Budweiser, who's also purchased a ENS domain on OpenSea for 30 Ethereum last year. So big sporting companies are definitely joining the metaverse and NFTs sector. We have example Nike, who's acquired RTFKT, which is a virtual sneakers and collectible brand. They've purchased this, I believe, they've acquired this company, I believe, last year. Adidas as well, they've launched an NFT collaboration with Bored Ape Yacht Club, Punk's Comic, and G Money. So these are the names of NFT artists. Puma has also invested in NFT collections. They've purchased Cool Cats, Lazy Lions, Guitar Cat Gang, and Cat Blocks. So they are really, really interested in having a big image in the NFT world. And the benefits of an ENS domain, pretty much to round it up for you, is you're able now to be able to receive any cryptocurrency, token, or blockchain based asset. So anything that has been tokenized and added to the blockchain can be sent your way. You also have the ability to point to a decentralized website that could contain all sorts of information on the avatar, so on the handle, and you could have, for example, the email address or social media handles that could be on this decentralized website. And that's just a lot of news coming out of Puma, who are looking to be a leader in the market as well. And we can go ahead and step forward to now Mexico. Mexico is the country that shares the border with the United States. Mexico are actually getting ready to propose a crypto law. Well, in this case, we just have an official senator who represents the Nuevo León state in Mexico. Her name is Indira Kempis. She has always been a fan of cryptocurrencies. This has been the case for the past years. And there's also other Mexican senators that are joining forces with her, or at least trying to be proactive with the Bitcoin market for the country of Mexico. There's Eduardo Murat Hinojosa, who's also taken the decision to speak about cryptocurrency on a political format. And we also must take consideration that in October 2021, the Mexican president says it is unlikely for the nation to accept Bitcoin as legal tender. This has been his words ever since the moment that El Salvador accepted Bitcoin as legal tender. Most nations have began with saying no, banning, but we all know what the domino effect is like. We can see a great example happening in Russia at the moment. So that's pretty much some great news coming out of Mexico. We have more politicians that are trying to push their countries to become legal tenders, or at least regulate cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. This is a very interesting topic for us. Here we're speaking about Opera browser, which is another decentralized browser. For example, here we're using Brave. As you must know, this is Brave, the platform. So pretty much this integration brings adoption to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to the DeFi sector for a million of users. So if you are a user of Opera browser, you now have easy access to decentralized financial solutions, and you can also go through this at a very user-friendly way. You know, it's just super simple. And here we even have the CEO and co-founder of Diversify, who is pretty much being in partnership with Opera to make this happen. These are his words. Through this integration, the everyday Opera user is able to seamlessly interact with DeFi on a user-friendly interface and experience a completely new way to interact with financial services. Layer 2 technologies are revolutionizing the blockchain industry, and we are proud to be working with Opera to bring our frictionless, low-cost, gas-free trading solution. Combined with StarkX scalability benefits to their millions of users, integrating our DeFi infrastructure in this way is just the start, and is tipping the scales of mainstream adoption of Layer 2. And this is just very bullish news for DeFi and DeFi's market, and allowing people to find other sorts of financial tools besides going through their regular traditional bank. More news. Now we're speaking about an actual integration between Bloomberg AIM and Elwood Technologies. Elwood Technologies is based in London. This integration will pretty much allow exposure of up to 15,000 institutional clients who collectively manage over $17 trillion in assets across 900 firms. So this is pretty crazy for the adoption of crypto trading. Not too long ago, crypto trading was only for you and I and just individuals. Now we're speaking about institutions that are going to be able to trade on the crypto market all week. A combination of institutional cryptocurrency trading capabilities with Bloomberg data analytics, and all of this for the goal to combine their crypto investments alongside their diversified portfolio for a unified investment process. This is what this integration will bring, and it should be available by Q2 of 2022, so in the next few months. And you should definitely read this article down below, because a lot of billionaires are involved, and billionaires move their money in a different way than other people. So definitely have a look at this article down below. We can skip forward to El Salvador, who is getting ready to inaugurate a pet hospital. These have been said to be possible with the Bitcoin gains that they've had. This is just incredible news. They've always mentioned how they were going to use Bitcoin for good reasons. So now they're getting ready to inaugurate a pet hospital. And it's pretty much as simple as this. Like, it doesn't get more complicated than the title itself. And Bitcoin and its president always mentioned that they were going to use Bitcoin for good reasons. And why not build a pet hospital in downtown San Salvador, in the capital of El Salvador? This is just great news, and a nice way to pay homage to the benefits of cryptocurrencies. More news, man. More news. Now we're speaking about Thailand. So the stock exchange of Thailand is getting ready to launch digital asset exchanges. This will happen very soon. They're very, very bullish on the idea of cryptocurrencies being able to be invested in. This operation is potentially going to begin in Q2 or Q3 of this year. At the moment, the Stock Exchange of Thailand is waiting for the SEC of Thailand to approve their digital asset exchange. Thailand recently relaxed its tax rules on crypto as well. They don't have that 15% withholding tax anymore. And in addition to that, the central bank, the SEC, and the finance ministry announced in January that they will regulate crypto as a means of payment down the road. So this is super for the adoption of Bitcoin and for the people of Thailand. They're going to realize that in the long run, cryptocurrency will be recognized, and it's great to know that ahead of time. And some might actually have known since a while now. So incredible adoption going across borders. Now we're headed to California, USA, where there's a food chain company. Everbowl is very popular in the United States, and it is actually getting ready to let their employees get paid in Bitcoin. A hand of applause for cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. So last week we actually spoke about California preparing to propose a crypto bill for regulation and even legal tender of Bitcoin. And just 1 week later, this week, we're hearing about Everbowl getting ready to offer their corporate employees a portion of their salary in Bitcoin. And this is to be launched just next month, so in March 2022. And this will be known as their Bitcoin savings plan. Of course, the CEO will lead by example and be the first one to accept and to receive their actual salary in Bitcoin. The CEO in the article actually talk about how USA's inflation rate has been just increasing to heights that haven't been seen in the past 40 years. Now the US inflation rate is like around 7 to 7.5%, and they always tend to try to reach the inflation rate of 2%. This has been their historic goal and their milestone, but we're so above that right now. We're at 7%. It's insane. And so yeah, they're thinking that Bitcoin is a safe haven to this rate, and of course it is. This company Everbowl has been growing so much recently. They've actually expanded their operations in more than 50 locations. Locations such as Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Missouri, Nevada, Texas, and so many others. This is going to mean that a lot of people across borders in the United States will be receiving their salary in Bitcoin. There's going to have to come some sort of regulation after this, of course. More news for you head top. Twitter users have been asking Ukrainian armed forces to start accepting crypto donations. Of course, due to the economic sanctions, due to the war actually happening, banks have been closing. The economy has practically stopped. So for more information on this, we definitely recommend for you to check out our recent Instagram post. An NGO, so a non-governmental organization, has been accepting donations. Nearly $400,000 within a 12-hour window has been given to Ukrainian armed forces. Definitely go look at our Instagram page, DCN Community. This was the last article of today. We appreciate you joining in and tuning into today's video. If you haven't dropped a like, make sure you drop a like. If you enjoy content like this, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao, ciao.